Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21 for the PlayStation 5. Before we get things kicked off, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. 2020 is finally in the books. Hopefully 2021 can be a better year for everybody. And I have big plans content-wise in 2021. I'm probably going to have a channel update up either today or in the next few days. And I have a major announcement that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So let's get this episode kicked off, and I want to start with talking about the quarterback situation. And it's no secret that we drafted Koko Onwosu in the second round last year, and it's no secret that Gardner Minshew's job is certainly on the hot seat at the moment. I've seen your comments. I know everybody wants to start Koko Onwosu, and I'm excited to see what Koko does. And I understand Minshew has not played well this year, but we're 2-0. And as long as we keep winning games, I don't think there's much of a point of benching Gardner Minshew. If we start to lose games and Minshew becomes a liability, then yeah, I'm certainly going to be willing to bench Minshew and put Koko in. But, I mean, if we keep winning games, I don't think there's much of a point to make a QB change this season. I certainly have a plan for Koko Onwosu. I mean, I drafted him in the second round, so it's not like I'm going to just have him right on the bench and be a permanent backup. But I don't think we need to make the switch right now, per se. If Minshew keeps playing the way he is, but we keep winning games, then I might just keep Minshew in as the starter and let him walk at the end of the year. If he plays really well, maybe I'll re-sign him. He doesn't want that much money, surprisingly. But if he continues to play poorly and that results in losses, then yeah, I'm certainly going to be willing to make the change and have Koko come in and hopefully provide a spark for the offense. So certainly have to monitor how Minshew plays, and if we go on a little losing streak because of Minshew, then expect Koko to step in and be that starter. So next episode will be the prospect profile for quarterbacks, and this is a really talented quarterback class, so hypothetically, if both Minshew and Onwosu suck this year, we could always just draft another quarterback and try to trade Koko Onwosu. And obviously, this QB class is led by Aiden Kent. I don't think we're going to be bad enough to get him. We've talked about Kent the past couple years in the QB prospect profiles. He's finally draft eligible, and he is a monster. So he's one of the many talented guys in this year's class who I'm excited to talk about next episode. So a very large majority of the league is 1-1. Only 5 teams, us included, are 2-0. And only 5 teams are 0-2, including the Broncos, who have 7 points in 2 games. That's pretty rough. So obviously, we've talked about the QB situation. Let's talk about the running game real quick. And we've ran the ball really well this year, in my opinion. It feels like we've been a run-first team on offense. R.J. Ewell played quite well last week. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins got hurt late in week 1. And Lindsey and R.J. Ewell mainly split carries, and although Lindsey had a really long run, his numbers were better. I think R.J. Ewell was super impressive last week, so expect to see a lot of him this week. Today's opponent is the 1-1 Chargers. Let's take a look at them here, of course, led by third-year quarterback Justin Herbert out of Oregon. Herbert had a really good second season. So far this year, he's not doing too bad. He's already thrown 5 touchdowns and over 300 yards per contest. So certainly not going to be an easy game today, and Herbert has a lot of weapons at his disposal, including Austin Eckler, who's one of the more underrated running backs in the NFL. Eckler's rushing stats don't pop off the table, but what he does in the receiving game, he's always at the top of the league when it comes to scrimmage yards because he provides so much to an offense. The Chargers also have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Hunter Henry as receivers. So, I mean, this offense, outside of the offensive line, is really good. They also have a few former Westlake Hornets, including Octavius October. They took him the first round last year. He actually looks like a really good player at 11 tackles for loss last year. This season already has 1.5 sacks. And their first rounder this year was another former Westlake defensive player, that being cornerback Anthony Mitchell. His stats aren't crazy so far. He only has 5 tackles, but he's only played 2 games, and I'm curious to see what October and Mitchell do today. I think this Chargers team is the best squad we've faced off against this season. That doesn't say too much because the Washington football team has Dwayne Haskins at quarterback, and the Texans just aren't that good of a team. Here we go, Week 3 action, everybody, as the 1-1 LA Chargers head out to Duval County in Jacksonville, Florida to take on the 2-0 Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are wearing their Saxonville throwback jerseys. I don't think we've seen this uniform combo yet in the series, so good to change things up for the day. and give Jaguars fans some good or bad nostalgia. First play from scrimmage, it's a handoff for R.J. Ewell, and he's off to the races. Anthony Mitchell cannot catch up to him. It's a 68-yard touchdown for the rookie. That's one way to get things started. However, we have a flag on the play, and it looks like this one is going to be coming back. A hold on Jacksonville, so the 68-yard score for R.J. Ewell is no good. That's Damian Lewis, the new right guard, called for the flag. 3rd and 10 now. Minshew up the middle. Nice grab for R.J. Ewell for a gain of 13 yards. So far, so good. I mean, I know we're only a few minutes into this game, but R.J. Ewell has made multiple plays, whether they've counted or not. First down, it's Joey Bosa with the sack. Gardner Minshew did not get sacked once last week. So, already he's been taken down here today. 3rd and 18 now. Minshew going to roll out to the left. He will go to Daniel Romer, the tight end, who gets it to the 28-yard line. Big gain of 22 for Romer, who has been pretty good thus far. He's already scored in both games this year, which is certainly a little bit of a surprise considering Romer only had one touchdown last year. Now from the 22, nice throw by Minshew over to DJ Chark to the 5. Gardner Minshew, 5 for 5, 60 yards on the day, trying to silence all of the haters. First and goal now, handoff for R.J. Ewell, and he still will get that touchdown, the first of his career. Hopefully first of many, and I'm sure it will be first of many as he continues his stellar start to his NFL career. 7-0 now, Chargers with the football. It's a handoff for Austin Eckler on first down. He jukes past Henderson and is wrapped up by the rookie safety Julius Williams, the first player Jacksonville selected this year, the 40th overall pick in round 2. 2nd and 4 now. It's a short throw over to Hunter Henry, who brings it to the 34. One of the best tight ends in the NFL when healthy, and obviously that's the catch. Henry seems to always be injured, but, I mean, when he is in, he is really darn good as he gets pushed into the end zone by Rashawn Babineau. That is a Chargers touchdown, Hunter Henry's first receiving score of the season. Nice throw from Herbert, and both teams will start this game off with 2 very long drives and a pair of touchdowns. Jacksonville with it now. Handoff for Phillip Lindsay here on 3rd and 2, and he's wrapped up by Joey Bosa before getting the first down. That will do it for the first quarter. This game is tied at 7. Looks like we've got a pretty good game thus far. Let's move to the second quarter. Chargers starting here on offense. 2nd and 4 from the 41. Herbert alone in the backfield, going to look to throw it. And he gets it to Mike Williams, former top 10 pick out of the University of Clemson. As he gets it to the 38, wrapped up by Julius Williams. Williams and Justin Herbert were teammates at the University of Oregon for what it's worth. 3rd and 9 now. Herbert trying to get a screen over to Eckler, but it's broken up by Sheldon Rankins. So the Chargers are going to go for the 54-yard field goal here with Joey Sly. It's nearly blocked by Arnett, but the kick is short. Joey Sly is one of the strongest legs in the NFL. He's just not accurate, but that kick looked like if it had the distance, it would have gone in. Still remains tied at 7. 6.5 to go here in the first half as Gardner Minshew is sacked again by Joey Bosa, his second of the game. Rough day so far for the right tackle, Orlando Brown. Brown looks to be worth every penny the Jaguars signed him to in the offseason, but today he has not been great. Look at this, 3rd and 22. It's a 56-yard score for DJ Chark, and Jacksonville will regain the lead. It's been a little bit of a slow start for DJ Chark standards this year, but he seems to be picking it up and reverting back to his form from the past 2 seasons. Chargers now on offense, 2nd and 10. Herbert is sacked by Folorinoso Fadukazi. Just like the Texans, Jacksonville did not record a sack last week, so it's good to see the defensive line making a play here. Now with 4.5 to go, Gardner Minshew loses the football. It's a strip sack by Melvin Ingram. Bentley Vonner Walson is there to recover, however, not before losing 13 yards. 3rd and 14 now. Minshew alone in the backfield, going to scramble to his right now. Gets it to DJ Chark, and he nearly got the first down. Nice hit there by the former Westlake Hornet, Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell and Chark exchanging words after the play, and Jacksonville would be forced to punt it. Chargers now at the 13. Not great field position after a nice punt by the rookie Brian Amaya Jr. Here's a nice gain of 15 for Gus the Bus Edwards, wrapped up by Julius Williams. Probably Williams' best game thus far. He has certainly been busy. He's made quite a few plays thus far here in the first half. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert going deep, and it's caught by C.J. Henderson. But he's out of bounds, nearly forcing a turnover. Unfortunately for the Chargers, Hunter Henry is injured. As I mentioned earlier, he seems to get hurt a lot. Hopefully he's okay. 3rd and 5 now. That one was nearly intercepted. Zaire Wiggins almost made the play on that ball. However, Keenan Allen will come down with it. It's been a fairly quiet start thus far for Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated receivers and probably one of the most underrated players in general in the NFL. 2nd and 10, it's another sack. This time it's Josh Allen, his second QB takedown of the season. 3rd and 18 now. Keenan Allen is, for whatever reason, left wide open. He gets the first down before being pounded by Ronnie Harrison. Now from the 26, about a minute to go, Chargers have 2 timeouts as Herbert goes up the middle. It's caught by Temekio Lockhart, the backup tight end, who obviously has to fill in for the injured Hunter Henry. Henry's status for the rest of this game is out, so he will not return. 2nd and goal, there's Keenan Allen with the touchdown. Quiet start for Allen, but he had a big drive here, ending off with a score, and the Chargers will tie things up with just 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Jacksonville trying to get some last-second points, regain the lead. Minshew gets it to Chark. Fairly risky throw. That pass could have been intercepted. Gardner Minshew currently 11 of 13. He has looked really good so far. 3rd and 9 now. Minshew gonna go deep here for Bowman, and it's overthrown, incomplete. That'll force a punt, and that'll do it for the first half. We've got ourselves a pretty good ball game up to this point. Knotted up at 14. Last week's game against Houston was dominated by running the football. Today, against the Chargers, it's both teams throwing the ball well. Gardner Minshew is having his best game of the year, and Justin Herbert has been very impressive up to this point. Herbert with 2 touchdowns in the first half. On to the second half. Let's see who can outplay the other team and get the victory. As on 3rd and 10, Jacksonville forces a stop. Leighton Vander Esch with the tackle. So the Chargers are going to go for a 58-yard field goal here with Joey Sly. We know he can get it the distance, but again, it's just short. No good. Sly is now 0 for 2 today, and the Jaguars get it back with really good field position. They don't start things off well, though. Phillip Lindsay loses 3 on the run. Former first-round draft pick Kenneth Murray brings him down. Phillip Lindsay with just 8 yards on 5 carries today. 3rd and 11 now. It's a short throw for Chark. Minshew hoping that DJ Chark would be able to get a first down using his legs, but he is wrapped up by Desmond King, forcing a punt. Still tied at 14, about halfway through the quarter. Is on 3rd and 5. It's Keenan Allen again with a big play. Allen was shut down in the first quarter by Zaire Wiggins, but ever since then, Keenan Allen has been really good, especially with Hunter Henry out. He has definitely stepped up. 3rd and 8. Herbert overthrows Lockhart, so the Chargers are going to go for another 50-plus yard field goal. This one from 51 yards out, and again, it's the same result. No good. Joey Sly is 0 for 3 today, and these are the moments for Jaguars fans where you really appreciate having a guy like Josh Lambo, who is so good. Lambo started his career off with the Chargers to add some salt to the wounds for Charger fans. 2nd and 2 from the 36. It's a gain of 26 for DJ Chark before being brought down by Desmond King. Chark with 119 yards on the day, his first 100-plus yard game of the season, as Phillip Lindsay loses 5 on the play. Anthony Mitchell brings him down, and Phillip Lindsay continues to struggle. 3rd and 11 now from the 12. Minshew under pressure. He just tries to get rid of the football. Incomplete. The Jaguars would make a field goal with Josh Lambo. I don't know why the clip didn't save, but now it is 17-14. As Mike Williams with a nice play to end the 3rd quarter. Not a lot of points in that one. Jacksonville adds a field goal, and that is it. 17-14 is your score. Chargers here from the 50. First down, Herbert. A short throw over to Eckler, who is fighting for extra yards. He gets it to the 39-yard line before being brought down by C.J. Henderson and company. Good drive here for the Charger offense, now from the 22. Another throw over to Eckler, who is able to fight his way for another first down. Josh Allen having a little trouble bringing him down. Now from the 5, 3rd and 4. A touchdown here would be huge, and that's exactly what happens. Mike Williams with the score, and the Chargers are on top for, I believe, the first time today. I don't think they've been winning yet in this game. So now it is 21-17, 2nd and 10. Casey Shock drops the ball. That could be a huge killer for Jacksonville. Casey Shock has been rather quiet today, as on 3rd down, Minshew is hit by Octavius October, and the pass is incomplete. October with another really solid game here today, and he looks well worth that first-round pick for the Chargers. October was always a good player in college, but he was always outshined by the guys around him. Looks like that's not here the case in the NFL as he develops into a star. Nice play for Rashawn Babineau, forcing a loss of 2. 3rd and 4 now, a huge conversion here for Keenan Allen. And Allen is off to the races. Zaire Wiggins brings him down at the 10. A huge gain for the Chargers. A 50-yard reception for Keenan Allen. And now from the 7, the Chargers have a chance to ice this game with a touchdown. 3rd and goal. Herbert under pressure, and he is sacked by Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the year, and the game is still alive for Jacksonville. Here is Joey Sly for a chip shot from around 35 yards out. Sly is 0 for 3 today, and he finally makes a kick. He is now 1 for 4, and the Chargers are up by a touchdown, but Jacksonville can certainly come back in this game. This is a huge drive for Gardner Minshew and company. Let's see if Minshew can lead his team down the field and potentially bring this game into overtime, or if the Chargers will hand Jacksonville their first loss of the year. As on 1st down, it's for rookie out of Toledo, Casey Shock with a nice play to the 43, wrapped up by Derwin James, one of the top safeties in the NFL. James has been fairly quiet today, which is good news for the Jaguars, as he's one of the best players in the league. Now it's 3rd and 8. We've passed the 2-minute warning. About a minute and a half left to go in the game. Very nice play for Laviska Shenault, breaking a tackle, getting the first down, and the drive stays alive. 3rd and 2 now from the 39. Minshew under pressure, doesn't know where to throw it, and he is hit by Joey Bosa, is able to get the ball out. So it's another 4th down now, 4th and 2. Minshew under even more pressure. He's going to try to do something with his legs, and he is sacked by Kenneth Murray. Nobody was open there. Incredible coverage by the Chargers. They now have a chance to end this game. As they try to choose some clock, 2nd down, Eckler gets nothing. Wrapped up by Van Der Esch. So far, so good here for the Jaguars defense. They just cannot allow 9 or more yards on this play. That is exactly what happens. Austin Eckler gains around 12. Jacksonville is forced to call their final timeout as the Chargers would kneel at the clock. And that is how this game will come to a close. 24-17, Chargers with the win. Jacksonville loses their first contest of the year. A disappointing showing in the second half from the offense after they played very well in the first half. Neither team could really run the ball at all today. Gardner Minshew looking very frustrated to the locker room. You can't really blame this loss on him, though. Minshew was super efficient today, and he played his best game of the season today, but ironically, it doesn't end up in a victory. Only 242 total yards for the offense, and probably only around like 40 in the second half. That's not good. Justin Herbert was good, though. 374 yards and 3 touchdowns. It seems like that really good defensive performance in Week 1 against Washington might just be an anomaly. Obviously, Minshew was really good. He wasn't great in the second half, but, I mean, this loss certainly is not his fault. Austin Eckler with 51 yards. He leads in the rushing category. 8 carries, 7 yards for Phillip Lindsay, and a lot of his plays where he lost yards were his fault rather than the offensive line. So, pretty rough day for Lindsay. RJ Ewell was fine. Wish he got the ball more. Eckler leads the game in receptions. Big for performance here for Keenan Allen, 137 yards and a touchdown. DJ Chark with 119 yards and his touchdown. Scores for Mike Williams and Hunter Henry as well. Outside of Chark, all of the other skill position players were pretty quiet. Shenault, Shock, Njoku, Bowman, nobody really did a whole lot. Unlike last week, there were actually some sacks from both sides. 12 tackles for Van Der Esch, 9 for Julius Williams. The 2 new additions to the defense, they had their best games of the year. 2 sacks for Joey Bosa, 1 sack for a number of other players. We had 3 sacks, 1 from Fadukazi, one from Josh Allen and the other from Sheldon Rankins. We lost by 7, but we could have lost this game by a lot more had Joey Slye not missed 3 field goals. So that is how today's episode will come to a close. Next episode, we play the 2-1 Las Vegas Raiders. Only 2 teams are undefeated now. The defending Super Bowl champion Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons, who had the worst record in the league last year, which is ironic. The even more ironic part is that the Ravens and Falcons are the only 2 teams with new head coaches, which is certainly weird. Delvin Hines hasn't even been all that impressive. He only has half a sack for Atlanta, so it's not necessarily his fault directly. It's just that the team as a whole, I guess, is just a lot better. So that'll end today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.